It's a great day to crochet.
Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Rochelle and this is the WIP window. And I'm here today in a different location just because I felt like mixing it up and doing something different. It's been a while since I've been on, so I have a few things that I wanted to share with you. So this is actually my entryway to my house, and this is a china cabinet that I have in my entryway. And I did have a bunch of little figurines and things, dust catchers in there, and I thought, you know what? That would make some great yarn storage. So as I've gotten some ice yarns and other things that I've acquired over the last, I don't know, probably year or so, I've put them in this little china cabinet. In my yarn room upstairs, I have the bulk of my yarn, but I usually sit downstairs and crochet or knit in our front room, which is right in view of our entryway. And so I can come over and just decide if I want to make a sweater, grab something out and start working on it. Actually, the sweater that I'm wearing, this yarn was in there, and I just put together this stitch pattern. I found it from, let's see, what's the My Pico. I think it's the mypico.com website. And so I found this stitch pattern and I decided that would make a really pretty stitch pattern for a sweater. And so my sweaters, I like to make them, I work them from side to side. And so I start at the front and just make a chain and make sure it's long enough. And then I start to work side to side. So actually this sweater is worked like this, back and forth. And I'll work the front and then I'll dip down and I'll make the underarm a little bit and then I'll work on the back. And on this sweater, I decided to just do plain double crochets across the back. And then after I finish the back, come over and do the underarm in the front and then seam it. And then I'll just add the sleeves on. I decided to do the same little stitch around the sleeve and I really like how it turned out. So, yeah, I've been working on some other sweaters that are basically put together the exact same way, and I plan on doing a video in the future to kind of explain how to do it, because this is, to me, it's the easiest sweater I've ever made. You can do a different stitch pattern. You don't have to do this specific one. You can make a shawl collar like this one, because this is more of a open, lacy, it drapes really well. So you can either do a shawl collar or you can just do like a little band border on it. Super easy, and they always fit really, really well because you don't focus on stitch counts. You focus on if it's long enough, if it's wide enough. And so it just seems like it has really worked out well for me to make my sweaters going up and down instead of side to side. And then you also have the long lines going up and down, and it just helps accentuate the length instead of having the stripes go across the side to side. But anyway, that's just something I've been doing lately that I really have enjoyed. And so I'm gonna have to find some more storage space for my sweaters. It's chilly in the office where I work, and so I pretty much wear sweaters all year round. Okay, so let me show you some yarn that I got that I have been working on another sweater. So this yarn came from Webs, which is yarn.com, and I bought, I think I got 13 of these little, I don't know if they're called balls. They're not skeins, they're not hanks, they're just little balls. They're 50-gram balls, and this is actually Web's house brand. It's called Valley Yarns, but this is a Vicky Howell color, and I really love this pink. And it's not really showing true to the color on the camera because it's got a little bit of purplish to it, so it's more like a purplish pink. But this yarn is made in Italy. Most yarns are made in Turkey, but this particular yarn is made in Italy, and it is an extra fine merino, 100% extra fine merino yarn. And so let me see what other specs are on here. This is color number 304, Manic Panic. So if you're interested in looking up the Vicky Howell colors, they are Valley Superwash, that's the name of the yarn. And they come in 50-gram balls, which have 98 yards. I wish they would make them in larger balls. I mean, who just makes something with 50 grams? I mean, that's really not a whole lot of yarn. But I've been working on a sweater with basically working it up and down, but I've been doing it in a different stitch. In this stitch, I'm working it all across the entire sweater, not just the front. And so this is what I've got done so far. And if you take a look at that stitch, it's called the almond stitch. And it's really squishy, and I love how it's turning out. So I've got both of the fronts done and the back done. And I have one of the fronts kind of with a stitch marker held in place. So there's the front and the back, and then all I need to do is put on the sleeves and then work some sort of trim edge and collar. So I'm really enjoying this yarn. It's really soft, and this stitch is super, super squishy. So if you're interested in the almond stitch, there's a really good tutorial out there that I'll link down below, and you can check that out. All it is are slip stitches and half double crochets. Yeah, I think half double crochets. So that is one thing I've been working on, and that yarn came from Webs. And I also have some other Happy Mail to show you. Some of it I purchased, and then some others just came in the mail because they were prizes or people just sent me things. So this is a package from Reggie, and I won some yarn on one of her lives. And so when she was showing and giving away this yarn, she said she would really love it if someone would make some socks out of it. And she has some sock patterns. She has them on her Etsy shop, and I helped her do one of her test patterns for, I'm sorry, Reggie, I can't remember the name of the socks. It's been a while, but I'll link her sock patterns, or I'll link her Etsy shop down below. But I told her I would totally make some socks out of this yarn that I won from her. So this is some Sock Ease yarn by Lion Brand, and this is some Happy Feet yarn from Hobby or Hobie. Some people say it one way or the other. And yeah, both of those coordinate really well. So I'll probably end up making a pair of socks out of this yarn that I won from Reggie. So that is one thing that I recently got in the mail. And that's something I forgot about. So I was super happy when that came in. And then another thing that I won off of one of her lives was I think it was a $16 voucher from Little Bish's Stitches is the name of her. And I think her name is Catherine. And Reggie always goes on and on and on. Let me show you here's her little flyer, LBS. And she has the most gorgeous yarn. I know that Reggie has shown her yarn on her channel before, but it's one of those things where until you actually see it in person, you just don't realize how gorgeous it is. And so I got on her website. I had my coupon code, but I decided to get some more than just what I could get with the amount that I won. So this is one of the hanks of yarn that I picked out. So you can see that this is called Luxe Merino Sock and Wool. And underneath in quotes, it says a private moment. It's 100% superwash merino, and this is a 100-gram hank. And it's gorgeous. The colors are gorgeous. Let me take it out of here and show you. And it's got some speckling in it, and it feels so soft. So yeah, this is the yarn that I picked out. with my voucher. And let's see, what weight is this? I think it's a sock weight, which would be a number 1. It's 365 meters or 399 yards. Then I decided to get a pack of her mini skeins. See if I can get this hanged back up. Okay, so here's her pack of mini skeins that I got. And these are some great fall colors. I usually don't gravitate towards orange and yellows, but I thought these would definitely make some sort of cowl or scarf or something that is good for fall. So I'm trying to add some things to my wardrobe that are a little bit different in color. So I will leave a link to Catherine's LBS website down below if you're interested. She is located in a different country. She's not in the United States, but shipping wasn't crazy. I was really surprised. So go check her out. She's got a lot of really pretty hand-dyed yarns on her website. Also, along with the yarn, she put in a bag that has her card, and there was some sweet apple tea. And then I was wondering what was going on with that big spot at the bottom of the bag, but it's a piece of candy, and I think it's chocolate. And our weather has been so hot that I'm really not surprised that it melted in the bag. But anyway, that was a special little thank you that she added in there, so I thought that was really nice. So I had a giveaway a while back, and I mailed my packages out, and I got a couple of thank you notes from 2 of the winners. And so the first thank you note is from Terry Stevenson. So she sent me a thank you note letting me know she received the tote bag that I gave her. So that was really sweet of Terry to send that thank you note. And then the other thank you note that I received, and this one had all kind of little sparkly stars in it, which I have in the bottom of the envelope. And this one is from Patricia, and Patricia lives pretty close to me. And so I gave her a tote bag also because she won that in one of my giveaways. So it's really nice when people who win your giveaways send you a thank you note. Well, that's about all that I have to show you today. It's been a busy August, and the 1st of September, things have settled down. So hopefully I will be able to get on here and give you some videos more often than just once a month or so. But anyway, please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time.